Fantasia was created in 38-39. It came out in 1940. And it was a very deliberate attempt by Walt to paint pictures of music, to bring the inner dialogue and narrative of music and visualize it for people so that they could understand the story, have better understanding of relationships. Music's a very abstract art, and to a lot of people it's very elusive. And the hope was by setting it to picture, it become more concrete, more real. So why Fantasia? Why change this? It's really very simple. About 4 years ago, it started with the simple idea of, wouldn't it be great if I did this and I could change music? And it's really that simple. A couple of things I want you to bear in mind as we just step through the demo. We're just going to really walk through it. Music has the power to change the world. It's a very simple statement. I think it's as true today as it's ever been. It's a fascinating and highly immersive art form that takes us on lots of very special and personal journeys, and that's really what the game or the experience is about. It is a game. Make no mistake, I'm not trying to parade this as an educational piece of software. But it started as a very genuine desire to change how people relate to music. We're going to start in one of our realms. There are 10 realms, like the film had 8, so we had more than the film, so that's cool. And we're going to start in a forest, a snowy forest. And we're going to see hopefully very vividly, look, this is not out, it's not finished. If it breaks, it's not my fault, just so you know. What I'm about to show you is announced. So it's been out there. So Gene's just going to stand very still. This is Forest 2. It's a magical forest, and Fantasia is a realm of the imagination. And we want you to interact with the world in a very simple way. So if Gene just steps left or right, the camera tracks him. So it's a world, it's a 3D world. And if he wants to interact with the world, he simply just raises a hand. And we give you what we call a muse. And it's a full 3D system. It's not just X and Y, it has depth into the screen. And pretty much everything in the game or the world is musical and responds to music as you touch it. So we're going to take a look at a piece of music. It's Vivaldi's Winter. It was recorded at Abbey Road with the London Symphony Orchestra. So we're going to teach you to appreciate this piece of music and a little bit of music appreciation in a manner that's probably very similar to ways you remember. So the little stars are the songs in the world. So those of you who are familiar with tablets, to zoom in on something, what do? You're a terribly interactive audience, by the way. Okay, we're actually going to zoom both hands, and we're going to zoom. There's only 2 choices, tap or zoom, so. So, and Gene is just going to conduct Winter by Vivaldi right here in front of you. I'll explain that. Missed it. So basically all we ask you to do is move in time with the music, and the cues just tell you which direction to move in. We actually don't care which hand you use, unless there's 2, and then you obviously have to use both hands, that's the limitation. But what happens when you play music is the magic you unleash from playing music and interacting with music flows into the world and starts to change it. We have a little bit of Vivaldi coming in, we start to change how the world looks, and we bring life into the world, because that's what happens when we use our creativity and imagination. But what I wanted to show you is, and the reason why I pulled Gene out of the Blue Mix, is the real heart of this game is making you the agent of music and giving you the ability to change music as you play just by waving your hands. And that's what I said at the start, and that didn't quite happen there, but we're going to show you how to do that. So we're going to open up Winter by cheating. Can you bump it through? So we're going to pretend Gene played it again and change the world a little bit more. And now we have a song that's completely open. He can go and play this and change this as he plays. And this is what we're going to let him do right now. And he's going to make the song his own. And let's have some volume now, because I want people up in their seats, dancing around. It's a little different now, huh? So this game is all about empowering people to change their relationship to music, to find a way to use it as a very simple form of personal expression, and to create a community that shares and helps people learn, how music works. So you can dive into different paths, different styles. It's free, for you to explore. And there is some attention to detail here. The cues are authored to instrumental lines in the mixes. You are actually learning a little bit of ear training as you go through. And the technology is really clever because you're not switching genres, where actually at every point you're choosing an instrumental stem. So the variety of outputs from the system is significantly high. And we have the ability to provide new remixes later, and you can actually build your own configurations and actually take it so you don't even have any of the original recordings.